Well, hello, and welcome to Opal City Confidential, a Starman podcast. Woo, got it on the first go. Didn't mess it up. And I'm here with Kirby, and we're going to go. You can laugh at that, Kirby.
Well, Ross, I've been recording with you for like 2 years at this point. How
yeah,
often have you said Doctor Who, the Doctor Who podcast?
yeah. Or, yeah, I messed it up yesterday when me and Brent were talking, the Starboard Part 2. No, I got to write this down. But we're here to talk Starman 41. Um, We're not going to do a TED issue because I just want to spend a little time talking about Western comics with Kirby too, because this story doesn't directly involve Scalp Hunter, but it's about Matt O'Dare trying to redeem himself by kind of crossing off people, that him and the Shade and the Shade is helping him. And then it's a nice character piece for Matt, a great deal.
Mm-hmm.
And, is his sister Faith, or which one's Faith and which one's
Hope.
Hope?
Hope is his sister.
Hope and has a conversation about it, and I like that too. So there's a lot of good stuff going on, and we're going to get started, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the history of Scalp Hunter. And I found out some things doing some research that I didn't know. I thought it was kind of cool. So let's get started with Kirby. You have Mike's up, and I have Fandom Wiki up. So why don't you give us the publication date and the cover date?
Okay, Starman number 41 has a cover date of April 1998 and on sale date of February 4th, 1998. We have James Robinson, writer, Gary Erskine, artist, letterer Bill Oakley, not the Simpsons creator, colorist Gregory A. Wright, and our editor Archie Goodwin.
Ooh. I love this cover. What do you think about this
Oh,
cover?
I love it. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. It's a nice, I think watercolor. I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
watercolors. And
yeah,
I'm always, oop, go ahead.
I think you're right. I'm looking at my tablet, not at my compendium. Um, but I think you're right. Yeah, it is definitely a watercolor. I like it that they're in a sepia tone of brown and white.
Hmm.
The guns are black and white, and then there's a blood stain, like blood is spilled on a piece of cloth.
And I mean, like, just for my own personal, like when I paint, like doing a black and white with one color, I just always love that to do it myself and seeing it here. It's like, oh, this is perfect, especially as he kind of blends in the shades, like shadow powers or whatever you want to call it.
And I like that each of them have blood on their face on the right hand side. Um, Shades looks like he's got a red monocle,
Sure does.
but it's a really pretty cover. And I like the title, Absolution in Blood. So let's see who else is in here. The Shade, Matt O'Dare, Hope O'Dare. Um, we get to meet Milo Draper, some mob people, and some other people around. This is being reprinted in Starman Reaches for the Star, Omnibus Volume 4, which is what Omnibus Volume 4? Is it really Volume 4?
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, it's volume four, which is where I'm reading it from.
Are we that close? Because there are only 5 volumes. Is it
Six.
say, oh, there are 6.
Yeah, because volume five is basically the space arcs, and six is Grand Guglielmi.
Okay. And then it's been reprinted in the Compendium Volume 1. I'm almost done with Volume 1.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to figure out where that. What's the last issue in that? I don't know. You don't have to look it up right now if you don't have it on yet.
I think it's the next, I think it's 42.
Okay.
That's a one shot, isn't it? It's either
Yeah,
42
it's
or
a one shot
40.
with Etrigan.
Oh, it's a time pad. Yeah, that one's in
Or
there
it's
for sure.
yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah,
So
I do like that one. I got to schedule. That's a time pass, isn't it?
yes, it is.
I'm gonna have to get it with David. But now that I'll have 3 of these in the can. I'll be able to. It'll take some time. So basically, the plot of this is Matt O'Dare, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kirby. This is the way I do it. Matt O'Dare and the Shade are checking off people that know Matt was crooked,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to deal with them as they think is best appropriate for the person they're talking about. And
Yes.
they divide up. Shade goes to a gangster, and Matt goes to someone else who took bribes, like
Mm-hmm.
he did. And all during that, we get a history lesson. So there's no the splash page doesn't come till page 4. So, but we get a history of Opal Prison.
which I really liked.
I fucking loved it. I absolutely fucking loved it. That they had a special wing for the Wasp.
I know it's like I was trying to think back. Like, was this an actual Wildcat Killer Wasp story, like from like I don't know, an old Brave and the Bold, or
I don't know if maybe it's from maybe when he camped because he battled him once in the Golden Age, right?
uh,
That's
this
where
is
it
why I
comes.
listen to Earth too.
Yeah, yeah. This is when it was Earth 2. Yeah, that's where he comes from. And they say he's a Wildcat baddie, but it's great. You get it. The opening caption is just this great history. It's not Opal prison, it's Cray prison, and it's
Yeah.
south of Opal of Old Town Alleys. Um, and some of the people that have lived here and caused violence because they've had they've had deaths, and they've had only 7 escapees in the whole of history. The
Hmm.
prisoners not know a good thing. They toe the line, the most of them. There was the Mist the Elder and his daughter, Mist the Younger, and then there was Ragdoll. These 3 caused some strife. A few guards died, and then there was one other, a bad man, Killer Wasp. His capture by Wildcat made the news, and his explosive escape and bloody recapture did too. But his attacks on the guard and his fellow inmates, killing and disfiguring the prison governor was keen. The prison governor was keen that those terrible actions by the Wasp remained undisclosed to the public, that the people of Opal felt safe. And he was 7 years from retiring and didn't need bad publicity.
Yeah.
So he built a small special wing built, and although the Wasp is old now, the plaque still carries the name, and the guards christened it back then the Wasp Nest, where the most dangerous criminals call home. So you see 5 guards suiting up in like spacesuits. You don't
Yeah,
really
no.
know why. And then they're walking down the hall, and then it took me a second to remember who it was. Someone's died in their cell, and they're walking away. And on page 4, we find out what it is. It's Dr. Phosphorus, and he's awoken. He's escaped, and he's now far more powerful. And you're seeing it on Jack's TV, and him and his dad are sitting there watching the news together at Jack's place.
Yeah, and this is all the Jack we get for the whole issue. And but what I do really like is like before the escape, Dr. Phosphorus escapes, it's like, you're having the guards just going like, I kind of want to ask your sister out. Dude, why do you think she's been hanging around on our poker night? She wants you to ask her out. So again,
Yeah,
it's a
and
nice
well, can I know?
yeah,
Basically, he's trying to I felt like he was trying to dissuade the dude from asking her out,
yeah.
or he's just teasing. I don't know, but
You can read it either way, but it's a nice scene that I feel like, well, this whole issue we would not get nowadays, but like this scene in particular is just great.
yeah, it is. It's amazing. And I love the splash page with the TV,
Hmm.
and that they're actually showing it, which is insane. Would that really be on television? Splash
No.
page? Yeah. So, but they're talking about how is his radiation killing these guys right away, and it didn't do it to them. Did he get an upgrade by Neron?
I was about to ask you that same question.
I
My
don't
gut
know.
says yes, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
that's not one of the greatest events ever.
It's not, but I
So
do really like Dr. Phosphorus, and he's one of those like C, D list Batman villains that, again, I just always really like. And in the
yeah,
Creature Commandos show, he was fun.
yeah. I now hear when he speaks. I now hear Alan Tudyk.
Yep. Which, you know what?
That's not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing.
He's the voice of my favorite droid. We're here to rescue you. He's so good. But I like that conversation, and then I like this bit. Um, at the bottom of that page 5, where Ted and Jack are having a discussion. Ted finally answers. Anyway, why are you here? Oh, they're at Ted's place. I thought it had a lava lamp on the
Yeah, no, I
TV.
assumed that
What?
was Jack's,
I
but
assumed
yeah,
it was
no,
Jack,
that's
but I didn't know that Jack had a cat. So there's a little kitty cat in there, drinking, eating on the living room floor. So she's like, so Ted asks, anyway, why are you here? you have that about to ask you a favor look. I didn't realize I did, but yeah, I won't deny it. So I want to go to space, Dad. I need a rocket. Any ideas? End of prologue. Nice setup. You get Jack
Yep.
in it. And then the next page is I love this page. It's got Matt and the Shade fighting a bunch of gangsters. Um, and I love the text box. Now reach for your guns, as Scalp Hunter would have said, though neither of these men, of course, are Scalp Hunter. Brian Savage, the Western lawman who was sheriff of Opal as of the year 1899, grew old and died, is long dead too. But this duet of Black and Bullet does share a connection with the Savage of yore. And then we just see them Matt's fly gunning, jumping. He's doing his best Matrix moves, diving while firing guns. And the one that's crossed over his left arm, I guess it would be, that would have snapped his wrist.
Yeah, no,
He's got it looks like he's got a Magnum six, like
that's a look. It looks cool, but it's one of those bits from Hot Fuzz where it's like, no, I've never fired two guns going ah.
yeah, basically that's it. And the Shade is just tearing people up with his shadow stuff. Um, and when they're done,
Like they're going like, okay, like, well, it was a little fun. No, it wasn't. Okay, it was a little fun. I'm doing the dialogue a disservice, but one thing that I kind of forgotten was just Shay does not talk like an actual person. He talks like how a writer wants people to talk. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
and I think it's because he is from a different time, but we
Yeah.
don't, yeah, because we don't speak the way people did 100 years ago in any way, shape, or form. It's not even close.
Oh yeah.
But I also like that Matt's not sure if he shot anybody. Did I get anybody? You know,
Uh,
because I was kind of understanding that. It was a little fun, but it doesn't mean I'm not guilty, because he's killing people. He's feeling like, am I any better?
yeah, it's I only know of the Shield, but it was like it's like he was a gangster who just happened to be a cop, and I don't know if it's ever quite the same for Matt or Dare, but it's like, are you really getting clean by soaking yourself in blood first?
Yeah. And the Shade even says that you were a dirty cop. You've decided to reform. I've helped you eliminate all those who could inform against you, those you could not scare or reason with. What do I get for this? I get a good policeman in the city I adore. Since when do you care about good policemen? Oh, I care in Opal. I care. And when you were in hell, when you escaped the demon's clutches, Jack told me he heard you yell that you're not going anywhere. You're going to get away. You're going to get away, but we're going to rescue me and take me with you. Are you doing this out of gratitude? No, it isn't that. That wasn't why I jumped into hell in the first place. Then Brian Savage was my friend. I'm a savage. I don't remember any of it. Am I worthy of it? I live in hope. I love the Shade in him.
It is a really good dynamic. Just because it's like, again, to use another metaphor, it's like this almost is an episode of like The Wire, but with a vampire in it, and just with how crass Matt is throughout this whole series and corrupt and like I think we were saying beforehand or before we started recording, it's like, yeah, you can tell this dude's done a lot of shady shit. But it
Yeah,
works and you kind of buy their friendship even as this issue kind of underlines.
and it's just what I really like is because he is so bad. We get to see the end, kind of like the end of stage one of his recovery.
Mm-hmm.
He still has a lot to do. And then we get to go see. So they decide to split up. There's a gangster named
Draper.
Milo Draper, and then there is a
Carl Earl.
Carl Earl, who's just was he a bookkeeper?
No, I think he was the owner of a trucking company.
Oh, that's right. He smuggled. That's right. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Um, but he settled down for a good life, and he's happily married, and he's got a young son.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very, and they take the time to say, that him and his wife, there's no, it's not like the recovering gang bad guy getting complained about by his wife, well, you were dirty, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We don't even know if she knows anything about it.
Yeah. For all we know, it's like this had like he got married after he kind of got out of the game.
I think that's the way I read it too, because the child's so young and
Yeah.
she's very nice. And I like it. They look like ordinary people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a super mom kind
No.
of, big set. It was just average people. And then Matt shows up. Um,
Uh,
and they bond over his child. It's kind of, but I like him. He says, we'd never say this now, Miss Earl, I bet you make a great cup of coffee. How about you fixing me one while me and your hubby here have us a powwow?
Yeah, there's a lot. Also, I just noticed this. It's like he's in it, and again, it was the 90s. I remember stuff like this, but he's just openly smoking in this house right in front of a baby and all of that. And
Yeah, you wouldn't do that. I mean, that's pretty fucking shitty.
it is.
Yeah, but he likes the baby. I mean, he's like, is this your son? And he's named Matthew. Matt,
Good name.
I got it. Yeah, I liked it. And then they have a very good conversation. Um,
I'm trying to change, Earl. I'm trying to reform. Everyone who could link me to my past sins I've spoken to. Some are reasonable, others, thankfully, all of them bad guys like me. Them that weren't reasonable, I had to deal with. Your trucking company made some deliveries, transport some cargo across state lines for the mob. I know, 'cause I was the one that made you do it. I didn't have much of a choice, though you were paid a sweet sum for your time too, as I recall. Man, he's really talking like a cowboy character here.
See, that's why I thought why powwow is in there and how why don't you make a good, I bet you make a good cup of coffee, man. I could see
Yeah,
John Wayne or Clint or so, you know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely. Especially with that freaking mustache he has. It's like, dude, it is 1998. You need to
Yeah.
trim that thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, every time I've shaved off my beard and had just that for a second, I've showed it to friends. They went, "No, you look like a pedo. Shave it
Yeah.
off." Um, but yeah, but this whole conversation about the son he brings the son into it. Um, and then uh,
Basically he says like, look, are you gonna be in charge? I was like, dude, look, I have my wife, I have my kids, I'm clean. Like if I could stop smoking cigarettes, I would be 100%. But so like we're good. I'm not gonna be a rat.
yeah, I got you. I like that because you remember my brother detective. My brother detective. Did I? Oh no, he's asking that. Do you remember my brother detective? Did I hurt him? No. You dragged him out of a bar fight once where he was going to get himself killed. You want my silence? You got it. I am trying to keep clean to my business, my life at home. Hell, if I can quit smoking, anything's possible. Even what you're attempting. You're a lucky man, Earl. You got a beautiful family. I envy you. Here's your coffee, detective. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do the wife because she'll sound like Harvey Firestein. Um, Matt's the name, man. Matt here, Mrs. Earl, and I'll swap you. And then Earl goes, "This is a great city, Matt, don't you think?" Oh yeah. And the opals light may the opals light never dim. And then we get to see how the shade deals with the problem.
With uh just straight up 1998 Danny DeVito as Miles Draper.
Yeah. He walks in and there's all the little black stuff all over the walls. All his men are dead.
Yep. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Um,
6,
and
7,
he even
8, 9
agreed.
people.
Yeah, 9 people.
I just counted real quick. Sorry. It's like, oh yeah,
Uh,
that took the shade all 5 seconds.
yeah. And I like it how they have a conversation about it. And Shade's going, what I want is your agreement on something. You name it. I'm a reasonable guy. You're a crooked guy from all accounts. Hey, nothing ever proven. As far as American courts go, on the other hand, I prefer the practice of Napoleonic law, where the accused had to prove his innocence but the law proves his not the law proves his guilt. How would you fare then? Would you still have the nice penthouse view? Anyway, that's all incidental. What I want is your agreement that Matt O'Dare, who the mob owns that Matt O'Dare. That's the thing. O'Dare is buying himself back. That is why so many of your other guys have been killed lately. That's sometimes I wish they with word balloons kind of let you know which one it is because
Yeah, like yeah.
yeah, uh, that's why so many of the guys around here have been killed lately. Me, I'm scared stiff. It's some rival out of town mob, but it's just oh dear man, he's got stones. Well, he did have some help. You, moi, we, okay. I would just shit my pants and do whatever the shade said.
Yeah, no. Again,
I would
that's
go,
why I
hey, I'll
kind of
be right on it, but I just soiled myself.
it,
You want me to do it this way? Can I go change?
yeah, no. If this was a Garth Ennis comic, you would see the this guy's white suit just turn yellow and brown with each
Yeah,
panel.
yeah. Um,
Uh,
and I like it. He goes, the guy's going to agree to it. It's like, anyway, you can see that your protection means nothing. I could kill you at any time. I guess, yeah. Then forget Matt O'Dare was ever crooked. Forget his past, and you can enjoy a bright and lengthy future. Okay. O'Dare's a saint. Uh, you want it. You got it. What a shame. Huh? Why? I don't believe you. And then he kills him. Clearly, you know,
clearly,
I know like this made me pee myself reading it. The best line the Shade will ever say.
hmm,
Clearly, you're no graduate of the Strasbourg School.
yeah,
Oh,
that's the best line.
oh,
And that was the line I was really thinking of when I'm like, okay, he talks like no one talks like this is a writer's character.
yeah, it is. It's and
I'm not. I don't mean that as a criticism. It's just and you know,
yeah. And then we cut to them meeting on one of the bridges that go across the main thoroughfare in Opal, and it's Matt, Hope, and the Shade talking about what's been happening, but it all goes white like 0 hour.
I was trying. I'm like, but wait, this series started off with a 0 hour. What the heck's going on?
No,
It's like,
it's a really good choice artistically to just focus on the people.
mm-hmm.
I think it's a great idea because um they've called Hope. I don't know why he calls Hope. Does it really say?
I don't think so. And it's like, or maybe it's implied that's like, look, if I tell our youngest brother or our oldest brother, they're gonna turn me in because at the end of the day, I'm still guilty of the murders I caused at the beginning of this issue.
Yeah, I think they're right. But she's like, "What's going on? How did the manage that? That's mob bosses would never. Oh, so all those killings, you two, guilty as charged, my dear. I'm not your dear, you black coated, black hearted ghoul. Don't talk to him like that, sis. Shade's okay. He's different. No, she's right. I'm everything she says, but it doesn't bother me, Hope. So why should it bother you? And then Matt gives this great. Anyway, no one got hurt who didn't deserve it. All the little guys I leaned on, they were more than happy just to forget I entered their lives. And the big boys, most of them deserve the icing. But that's not yours to decide, Matt. You said you wanted to be a good cop, but you spent your time playing vigilante. It was the last lot of the bad ones before the good. It's the last lot of bad before the good begins. I hope you I hope I'm tongue tied today. The good could begin. Hope you have to understand that. I'll try. Anyway, that's this thing. And the very last person who I could reel over my past to. Uh, here's the problem. I'm not going to hurt my own sis, am I? Aren't you, Matt? I don't know anymore. That hurts. And so you have the power to do everything, and you undo everything me and Shade have done after all this. You can still and turn me in, and I'm screwed. May God forgive me. Just promise me you'll be a good cop. Promise me that. Oh, Hope. Now let me go, you old bit. Oh, they're inside his shadow.
Is that what it? I guess that makes
I
sense, but it's like if it was in his shadow, wouldn't everything be black around him? That was my
I
only
don't
thing.
well, I don't know. Well, the shade may have other ones.
Yeah.
But I do like this. And when he goes, would you come by a day? She goes, now get me out, let me go, your buddy gives me the heebie jeebies. Would there come a day when I didn't miss would there come a day when I didn't miss O'Dare? In your dreams. See Hope. Hey Matt, like I don't like how you did it, but I'm glad you did. You like my sister? it's
So it's a nice bookend for how
it
the
is
issue
a very nice
started.
bookend to that. He goes, I have learned it's not wise for one such as me to like anyone, not in the way you're implying. So you and me, we're not friends. You do this all out of the memory of my past incarnation. I think that's best. My best friend, Brian Savage, and he died. It was a terrible loss. But isn't that life losing people we love? Isn't that what makes us human beings dealing with that? I'm not a human being. You're what a spoonful of crapola shake. Geez, you love the city. You've had lovers and friends and means you have feelings. You're afraid of those feelings. So don't you adopt this aloof persona. You're human. You might be immortal, but you're human. Me and you are going to be friends, like it or not. I'm not going to argue. And I bet you hung out with me before you be asking. I bet if you hung out with me afore, God damn, he is talking like a Western star.
I've told you.
For long, what you'd have asked for me for Hope's number. It's my rose tinted glasses memories of the time. You're becoming more like Brian Savage by the minute. What was Brian Savage like? Do you like absinthe? Because if I start regaling with tales of the scalp hunter, I would prefer you do it with a little absence on my tongue. Can't say I ever tried it. So Brian Savage, where you were going to tell me about. So Brian Savage, you're going to tell me about. Ah, yes. Scalp Hunter, goodness. There's so much to tell. Where shall I begin? The end. I really love this issue. Robinson's this is a this is a setup piece. It's a character piece just to get Matt and Shade where you need them in their relationship when you're going to need them in the Grand Guggenol.
Exactly, especially with again, it's been a while since I've read the space arc. You're not going to get a whole lot of time back in Opal during that, so it's like again, you get them where they need to be, and it's like as you were reading through, it's like no, I buy their relationship. Uh, like we've said, and I think this issue has underlined that point. It's like, yep, I buy it, and I can't remember if it's in by Grand Google Null or not. Hope, but it's definitely in the Starman Blackest Night crossover issue. Hope and
58.
Shade.
They battle the ghosts of Scalp Hunter.
No, but like Hope and Shade do actually end up like dating, for lack of a better phrase. So
Well, that's good because Robinson wrote that one, right?
yeah, yeah. Oh, he totally wrote. I think here did Harris draw that too? I'm not gonna look real quick. Uh,
I think he did.
yeah. So yeah.
I have it in my Blackest Night omnibus.
Let's see, Starman 81 is, let's see, writer James Robinson, penciler Fernando Dagnino. I'm butchering that, sorry. And inker Bill Sinkovich. Oh, okay.
All right, that's fine.
All
I
right.
like it. Yeah, I like him as an inker. I'll have to go look at that one. I didn't get all those, but I did buy the Blackest Night Omni because I do like that just to
That's
have
good.
it. It's a good. You need it to read that John's run. You really do, and that just I know it's double dipping on some stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm going to find that out when it comes to that FF mapping and stuff. And there's another one I was thinking it's going to cause me a bit of pain. It might be I don't know. I don't know. The new second Busiek hardcover is coming out. Superman, him and Pacheco's run, the second hardcover.
Um,
That's coming out in the regular standard hardcover, but they're fat. They're the size of the Superman ones.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they're worth it. So, and it's Carlos Pacheco.
Yeah, I mean, I've got most of that now through dollar and quarter bin stuff, so, but that's good
Yeah.
to hear that it's getting reprinted. I've
Yeah,
read some of it. It's
they
good.
did a Lux oversize of Camelot arc, and I got
Okay.
that. So, but it was worth it. But I want to talk about Western comics, and I'm going to give a little bit on Scalp Hunter. I've read a handful of Scalp Hunter because it was put in my hands by my brother Huey.
Hmm.
Um, you would never call this character that now.
No.
Um, but he is. Let's give you a little pertinent data on Brian Savage. Brian Savage was a white boy abducted and raised by Kiowa, Kiowa. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Kiowa Indians in the 1840s. He was given the name Ke-Woh-No-Tay, meaning he who is less than human. After leaving the tribe, he adopted the name Scalp Hunter. His ability, Scalp Hunter, is an expert with various weapons, including a Bowie knife, tomahawk, bow, arrow, revolver, and a rifle. He's also skilled in unarmed combat utilizing Indian wrestling techniques. He fought evil in the Old West, encountering other Western heroes like Jonah Hex and Batlash. He later returned to the white society, becoming sheriff of Opal City, and befriended the Immortal Shade. He was eventually killed while seeking revenge against a secret society known as the Tuesday Club. He was suggested that the Brian Savage was reincarnated as Matt O'Dare, character featured in the 1999 Starman. He also had he might be reincarnated in the future as the hero Starboy. And this would be reboot Starboy.
Yes, which I mean, you're gonna get there, but
We're doing that next.
yeah.
No, wait a minute. Because we're not doing 5 years later because Tom only appears in issue 3.
Yeah, as like a baseball
I'm a
manager.
baseball manager. Yeah, I like that. I'm a baseball guy. I actually I told Brett, we talked about it yet last night, my time, and I was like, I liked it because actually followed Australian baseball because there's a team that had the same name as my grandmother, the Adelaide Giants.
Huh.
Yeah. So, and he said one of his former students, um, he called it conscripted to American baseball. And I said, oh, drafted. Yes. Conscription's when you go in the army. Drafted is sports. And you went, oh, okay. Yeah, it was back for it is. But, you know,
Can I just
um,
say I'm disappointed that's not like the Adelaide Wombats or something like that.
no, they try to steal some of, they try to be traditional to
Oh.
American names. Yeah. Um, Scalp Hunter was resurrected in black as a black light lantern in the Blackest Night storyline. First appearance is Weird West and Tales, number 39, April, March 1971 issue. Created by Sergio
Aragones?
Aragones, thank you. Aragones and Joe Orlando.
When you told me they were Sergio Aragones, I'm like, well, that's wild because I know him probably like most people as like either Mad Magazine or like Gru the Wanderer. So I'm like, is this him doing like a? It had to have him been doing like a straight, it doing it, straight.
It's like, I just think it's him getting work. I mean,
Oh,
and
well, yeah, yeah.
but if he's listed first, he's the writer, isn't he? Hold on, I'm gonna do
But
another
I'm like,
Google.
isn't Joe Orlando like? Was Joe Orlando? I thought Joe Orlando was just a writer himself. Maybe he
I,
was a penciler.
I don't know. Let's
So I'm
find.
gonna go to the DC wiki real quick, see if it gives me any.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I always love typing in these names. It's like, oh, I'm on a list somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Brian Savage, New Earth. Come on, come on. First appearance. Well, okay. No, no. Weird Western Tales number 39.
Oh wow, he did. He began writing and illustrating. I'm in the wiki in just standard Wikipedia, including for DC Comics in 1967. He joined Adventures of Jerry Lewis, Angel and the Ape, The Inferior Five, Young Romance. He wrote or plotted stories that were illustrated by other artists. Argones helped create Western series Batlash and the human title Plop.
Yep.
Um, he started Guru the Wanderer in the late 70s. Created it, but it did not appear until 1982.
Okay, that. Okay. Okay, Gru the Wanderer. Yeah, yeah. 82 to. Yeah, and Eric, he's still alive, isn't he? I think so.
I think
At least
so.
according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, then he's not dead. They fix that shit like that fucking 15 minutes after they're dead.
Yep.
I'm trying to see if it gives a list of created characters. He's 87.
Yeah, good for him. I still hope he has that mustache because that is a good mustache. On TV, awards, bibliography. Wait, Slaughterhouse 5. He did a Slaughterhouse 5 adaptation? No, Smokehouse 5. Never mind.
Okay.
Sorry. I was about to go like, whoa, I need to find that now. Yeah, I'm not seeing again, just on basic wiki list of created creations.
Hold on a second.
Smokehouse 5, Solo, Bart Simpson, Simpsons comics.
Oh my God, he did Simpsons comics?
Oh God, oh yeah, no, like Gail Simone has done Simpsons comics. Darwin Cook, I think, has done Simpsons
You know who
comic.
wrote the first year two, the um Ryan North, who's writing FF?
Yeah.
He wrote the first run of Lower Decks comics in his writing. He wrote the first few. There's a second run.
Okay, I can
He
totally buy that.
he
Yeah.
came up writing kids comics or
Yeah.
all eight comedy comics. So the characters he created in DC were Batlash. Well, this it doesn't list Scalp Hunter, but if they're listing him as a creator elsewhere, I'm assuming he drew the first appearance.
That's weird because like when went to the DC wiki, it lists his creators as Michael Fleischer and Dick Ayers. So I'm like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah, it's weird. What is it? Weird westerns.
Weird Western number 39. And that again, it says Scalp Hunter written by Mike Fleischer, penciled by Dick Ayers. And it's like inked George Evans and edited by Joe Orlando. So it's like, okay, what the heck's so where's Sergio Aragones come in?
I don't know. I'm looking at it. I think that's a mistake in Google when I searched it.
Then it's clearly also a mistake on on just straight up Wikipedia because that needs to get fixed or that needs to get cited properly or something here.
But it says his creator is.
Michael Fleischer, which
I'm
makes
a
sense.
thing assuming that's right. I think I got a bad Wikipedia. I got a Google search.
Yeah. So someone who
Unless it's something's changed.
yeah.
This, somebody that, but that wouldn't surprise me. But he did do Batlash. So who knows? This is weird. I don't.
Someone who's a bigger Scalp Hunter fan, please let us know because I think we're both confused as heck right now.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. I just did a Google. Don't trust Google. Hmm. And there may be some question to it, but I think it's Fleischer. I'm
That
kind of
makes
sad. Makes way more sense. But I mean, he did do bad. I mean, Arcona said, well, let's see. Let's look at Backlash. I'm gonna have to.
folks, this section is called Ross and Kirby are doing or we're doing okay, so Batlash credit again, Wikipedia for all we just complained about. Joe Orlando, Infantino, Sheldon Meyer, Sergio Aragones.
Oh,
In
so maybe
19
it's a little bit of that. They've just not changed it. But I mean, Fleischer wrote most of the Western stuff, didn't he, for a long
yeah.
time?
Oh yeah, no, like he was the main writer of Jonah Hex for, 15 years and he was doing a lot of weird Western stuff too. So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I've read a handful of Scalp Hunter. He's a neat character. I don't think you could ever use him today. Um, but I think one reason they kind of left the racist name in is because he chose it
Right.
and he knew what it was. He's a man who doesn't have a place in either world until he, takes off Indian garb and just goes to assimilate back into white culture. And we don't know that story. Why? Do they ever tell that story of why he did it?
I don't think so, at least not in Starman. And
Mhm.
the closest thing here is Vertigo tried to do like a hard reboot of this concept as Scalped. It was written by Jason Aaron. I couldn't get past the first couple trades,
Is
even
it
though
a
my friend.
Western?
No, what it was like. It's I'm just gonna say American Indian guy. who like was recruited by the FBI to go back undercover as himself to root out a lot of like the illegal gambling going on back in his home.
Okay, it's a
I
Billy
could
Jack.
not get into
It's
it.
just their version of the movie Billy Jack. That's all.
Then yeah, yeah. Actually, that's a
That's
good.
it. Yeah, it's not a very good movie. I do like it though. Um, it's just but
It's a
he
very
was.
70s movie.
It is a very early 70s movie. But I mean, it's neat to see that. I like all this tie up, and I if I thought about it, I would have probably pulled, see if there were some issues of that to compare it to. But it's such a good character piece. This whole issue is just such a good character piece about the Shade and Matt. And to read Matt and know that he's talking, has he been talking that way the whole time, or is it getting worse as he gets closer to accepting the fact that he is a reincarnation of a famous lawman?
Oh, I think that's something you've absolutely got to start paying real close attention to,
I
or
think I
go
am,
back
yeah, because
because I'm like,
I'm
I don't remember it ever being that thick.
yeah, I liked it though. I liked it a lot. I did. That's why I got a little tongue tied, folks. I'm also still laid up with a bad foot, and I have a little opiate in me right now to deal with the pain. Um, but this is a fun issue. I like this issue. I'm gonna go look on my pad and see what's next. But Kirby, what's your recommendation for this week?
So my recommendation for this week is going to be New History of the DC Universe #1. It just came out this week. I've got the Scott Kovalish cover, which I spent hours on just going like, okay, trying to do a who's who of the cover, and I know there's still ones I have no idea. Basically, the short version of this issue is through Barry Allen. Mark Waid is trying to give a new, concise history to the DC universe. I mean, it's referencing everything from straight up Golden Age stories to stories that just came out like last year. It starts with Perpetua, which from Scott Snyder's Justice League run, endless. All of like the versions of Hell, the Guardian, the history of the Guardians, New Gods, Swamp Thing, all the various kinds of Atlantis. Heck, even Skatarus gets a little mention. Vandal Savage. You get touched. He actually ties in pretty well the Blue Beetle history with like Dr. Fate, which is I kind of liked. And yeah, it just goes straight up. Max Mercury gets a nod because again, this is ran by Mark Waid, and
I saw Ted's got it. He's on the page. Ted
yeah,
Knight's on
Ted's on at least one or two page. It does reference the Lost Children, so good
it.
there.
Yeah, there was nothing. But don't fuck with any of the new Golden Age stuff. I think overall it was good. It's a good addition to the universe.
Yep,
I do, especially the sidekicks. So let's have more sidekicks, please.
yep. If there's one thing I wish, and look, Jerry Ordway is like 67 years old. I get it, but I do wish the representation of the All-Star Squadron was more than just Liberty Bell, Robot Man, and Johnny Quick.
Yeah, and what do they do for the JSA? I haven't. Hold on,
Like,
no.
no, they get a full mention, and
Do they?
they get.
But people. Tim from Hawk World he's concerned because he didn't see Hawkman. I think Tim, if you're listening, I doubt he is. If you're listening, don't worry about it because him and
He's there.
Kendra are around.
Yeah.
So
Um, one
I
thing
don't know.
that one thing that in I can't even say this is spoilers because this is all history of the DCU is like what it does is it sets up that between Justice Society and the Justice League, you basically have Doom Patrol, the Metal Men, Martin Stein, and Simon Stagg as like kind of filling in that void, which I do kind of like.
Yeah, I do too. Um, I I just I mean
And it
he
gives
on is Hawkman
citation.
on the cover of the
Oh yeah,
one you got?
he's right there on the front cover of the one I have.
Yeah, I got it bought it on the Kindle. Oh, so what I like about I got the samey cover because that's the direct one.
Hmm.
And I take it Mark Waid loves Starman.
I think that would be a good guess. I mean, like Starman, this series, I just opened up to and in the back there's like 6, 7 pages of just full citations of, cover, date, issue, all of that. And there's a couple from James Robinson's Starman series pulled right for the source.
Awesome.
Yep, so
Yeah.
highly recommend this.
Oh, I love the horror one. It's got Captain Fear, the Black Pirate, Captain Fear, uh, Andrew Bennett, I Vampire, The Shade, and then
uh
Frankenstein, Frankenstein monster.
who later took the name of his creator. Yes, people, like he did. So if you're one of those, actually Frankenstein was the name of the creator. Screw you, that guy.
I didn't know Max Mercury was in the Revolutionary War.
Oh yeah, that was definitely in Wade's Flash run at the very least.
Oh, and they had Icon.
Yes, they did, which I am very happy with. Because it's like, okay, cool. And that's just straight up Icon's origin where, he was, rescued in the early 1800s. So he was raised as a slave. And before he started you know, doing the Highlander bit of, dying every couple years and coming back as his son.
Yeah. Oh, and I like how they have him as Ke-Woh-No-Tay,
Yep.
scalp hunter. I like
Yep.
that. That's a good fix. Congorilla. Yeah. Congo Bill and whatever, Congorilla.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
this,
Kangurella. And if
yeah.
I didn't mention it before, again, this is all everything is penciled by either Todd Knock or Joey Ordway. So this thing just looks gorgeous
Yeah, it
from
does.
cover to cover.
Wait a minute. Okay, there's Hawkman. I was concerned that they didn't put him on the JSA page, but he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, look, at the end of the day, Hawkman is one of your three, four pillars of the JSA. You
Yeah, see, that
can't.
was my concern is that he had seen there's something in this book that made him think. I'm hoping he's read it now and or he sees it because I don't know if he gets his stuff at the same time. Because I as a fan, I want to see Starman in it. I understand it, and I really want Tim as a Hawkman and Jennifer DeRossi.
Hmm.
DeRoss. She's huge. That's her guy, Hawkman. Um, I think they need to lean into Vendetti's Hawkman and use him more. Uh,
I agree. Again, like I've said before, it's like that one kind of made me a Hawkman fan to where I started reading some more solo Hawkman adventures. And it's like, okay, there's better here than I thought there would have been. There's still some not great stuff, but that's every character. And
well,
honestly, just make that an
are they
omnibus.
making Amazing Man a JSA member in this reboot?
Wasn't he at the very least in part of the All-Star
Yeah,
Squadron?
yeah, that's fine. He's just on this. It says on the page with all the villains, and it
Oh
says
yeah.
alongside such heroes as Doctor Midnight, Mister Terrific, Amazing Man, and Wildcat, the JSA battled. Oh, this is just later, and some of them became members, and okay, they just teamed up with them. That's
Oh, but it does have Hippolyta as Golden Age Wonder Woman there.
yeah, as it should be, because
Yeah,
Byrne was right. I like
like
the time. I don't think it needs to be. I don't think it's going to be time travel anymore. I think she's just going to have gone. She's gone on the same. She had the same mission that Deanna had this earlier.
wait. So Hippolyta time traveled back to the past as
That's how. Yeah, that's how Byrne did it. She went in the past.
I just
She,
assumed it's exactly what you said, where she just left the island
n-
during the Ford.
no, something happened while she took over her daughter's mantle. She got thrown back in the past, and then it changed history. It when she came back, Jay's in that story. Goes, oh, so you, oh, that's what this is when you went back. Oh, that's good. I'm tired of keeping the secret.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I learned something today.
yeah. It's actually it's. I liked it. I liked it a lot. One, it was Burns. Burns Wonder Woman is gorgeous. Okay, he really does. It's. I have no problem. People hate it. I don't care. It looks really good. It read. It's fun. You know, I'm glad it's getting an Omni because I don't have it.
There's just so much Wonder Woman I have not read. It's like an
There's a lot
unintentional
of
blind spot for me, and it's like I
there's
want
some
to
you'd
correct
really like.
that.
The press stuff is really good. He really reinvents her in a good way in modern, in a contemporary time period.
Hmm.
It's good. And then when he quits drawing, he brings in women artists.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, on purpose. Um, and I think Jill Thompson wrote it at one point. It's good. Greg Rucka's run, man. People just salivate over it, man. They're just
And
I'm
I just saw it come on in stock, and I'm like, oh man, I just bought too much stuff on in
Yeah,
stock.
I'm not buying. And I bought one thing this week with, which is the milestone
Yeah,
compendium
that's one of the ones I bought.
because I got to have all of that.
Yep, I think there's gonna be one more, and that's it.
There's fucking more
Yeah, I think so. Let me
of
check.
the this is of the original
Of
run.
the yeah, strip of the original. Here, I will just do this check. And hey, folks,
Okay.
sorry we're going off on this
Yeah,
milestone
let's say
tangent,
good
but
because it's good. But the next thing I'm ordering is the second this week, the second Grunwald cap comes out. So I'll buy the payday in 2 weeks.
yep. Okay,
Okay.
so let's see. Blood Syndicate. Okay, yeah. So like, just as an example, hardware goes through issue 38 in this compendium. Stack goes through 31, and both of those series last until like 50, give or take. So it's mostly going to be like hardware, icon, and static is going to make up the majority of that last compendium. But there's enough for one more.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh man, five, that's a bunch, man. Now
Uh,
just where's your JSA 2 and where the hell is that Sandman 2 you promised?
I think the Sandman 2 is coming out in November, I think I saw.
All right, that's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait to read this because it looks, oh my God. He's really, I want to see what he does with Justice League because he was going to say that the John's Lee is canon. And I'm like, don't do it.
Uh,
Don't fucking do it.
no, just
Don't
don't.
fucking do it. Don't.
Look,
I will be mad.
you know what?
I will
Everything else, I'm
stomp my
like,
bad foot.
seriously, like, look, Cyborg just never clicked as a founding member of the League. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah, you
And
know,
also, don't have them go up against goddamn Darkseid as your first villain. That's just bad storytelling.
it was. And Jim Lee is, people have listened to this podcast. They know how I feel about Jim Lee. He's a great artist, but I find his storytelling dull or dog shit. It's too deconstructed. It's just nothing happens in issues. And I think he hampers John's run because later in John's run when Lee's gone, I like the crossover Suicide Squad. I like the
Mhm.
Dark Side War then because that's after Lee, the final part of it, I think.
Okay.
I like it. So it's okay. It's okay. It's not John's best stuff.
No.
It's not. I know they're going to lead into the Snyder stuff. They're not going to reboot Snyder's takes on things.
No.
I would rather it be him because he's making them money hand over fist,
Yes.
and he deserves. And Batman, Absolute Batman, is fucking amazing. And it's very so and I'm reading his first Omni, and I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I can see why people. It's the darker Batman, the grittier Batman. It's Miller without the hyper violence. Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
Miller's just gets more and more violent, and it's just like, it's too
Yeah.
much.
I didn't read it at the time because that was at my point of where I was just so sick and oversaturated with Batman, where it's like, no, I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah. But I think they have some good. Like I'm going to collect the people I like. I'm collecting Batman by creator.
That I think that's the best way to do it. And for
Yeah,
me, and hey, you want to hear Kirby get definitely excommunicated from a bit of comic books? I'll read anything. I'll read any Batman story as long as it's before Frank Miller did irrevocable damage to that character.
yeah. Well, I
I
think
know.
some did. I mean, I mean, he didn't. There are other people who did it because there's a lot of machismo running around in it a little too much. Max Allen Collins, I think, did a good run. I like Max Allen Collins, and it was him and Colin. He took over from Mensch when Mensch left. I'm doing it. I like a specific era. It's about the era I'm reading the Nightwing and Robin, the Robin that's in the compendium. And that Batgirl is.
Oh, with Cassandra Cain.
Yeah, shit's so fucking good, man. It's just good.
My
Uh,
big problem of like 90s aughts on is the Bat God if I have 15 minutes. I'm like, gee, shut. Batman doesn't have superpowers. Shut up. Yes, he does.
who doesn't have superpowers?
I'm just saying to any of the hit the fanboys where I like him because he doesn't have superpowers, but if you then tell me if you give him 15 minutes he can defeat anyone,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's the crap that bugs me.
the best way of showing Batman's skill is in this JLA JLA Avengers team up where him and Cap are fighting for each other about 10 seconds, and it's like, okay, this is stupid.
Yeah.
This is just stupid. We're the best two fighters here, and we know
hmm
every move. So let's chat.
Yeah.
So, all right. So my recommendation would be I'm late to the thing, but in the last 3 days, sitting on the sofa or laying on the sofa bed with my foot up, I've watched the first three and a half, no, two and a half seasons of For All Mankind, produced and created by Ron Moore. It's an alternate history where the Soviets land on the moon before us. And then each season is about 8 to 10 years after the previous. So you see how what it would be like if the Cold War didn't end when it ended, and if the space race continued into the 90s. It's really good. It's gotten to a point to where they've got a soap opera plot that is fueling one of the it's I have one in this at the end of the third second season going into the third season, there's a plot they started. I'm like, oh, you really? Can you just kill all three of those characters involved in it off now so I don't have to watch this shit? But it's okay. It makes sense. It's television. It's perfectly normal television plotting. But the special effects are good. The history is pretty good. First two seasons, I give it about 100% of how they would take things. Season three, not 100%, but it's TV. So, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things, so that's good to hear.
It's Ron Moore. If you have it, I mean, is it as good as this Battlestar Galactica? No, nothing can be that good. That's his. Well, and he also was the main writers in Deep Space Nine. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's it. So he's good. But that's my recommendation. All right, folks. So the issue after this is A Time's Pass with Etrigan and Ted. So I will be messaging Dave to see if he's free in the next 4 or 5 weeks to record that. I look forward to it. And as always, folks, hey, be safe, be smart. Please be kind to one another. It's a crazy mix-up world. And read some comics. Read some Starman or some DC Western.
bye, everybody.